I see a lot of self-help videos, self-care videos, whatever you want to call them, that give advice on that you should learn to wake up at 4:30. You should wake up at 4:30 every day. And I kind of agree. I mean, it's really nice. You get more time in the day. You get to see the sunrise, when you're a little woken up after your first coffee instead of groggy. But what is never mentioned is that it should be comfortable. It should be pleasant. It should be a nice part of your day, something that you look forward to when you go to sleep at night, not something you dread. And I believe it's related to the misconstruing of the idea of discipline. It does take discipline, but the nature of discipline is the separation of discomfort from pain. We need to learn, I needed to learn, to be comfortable with discomfort, to learn to love discomfort, because I found that comfort itself is relative to discomfort, but not pain. Pain is kind of a monster. It's kind of a trickster. It's something that we can learn from, and we have to learn to learn from, because inevitably life will bring pain. But in order to learn from pain, you first have to be able to grow in discomfort, to take discomfort and learn from it and make it something beautiful. Use discomfort to appreciate the world around you when that discomfort is no longer there. Learn to use discomfort to maintain relativity within your life. Learn to truly appreciate comfort. Learn that when you wake up at 4:30 and that little bug inside you is saying, oh my gosh, you deserve to sleep a few more hours. Maybe you do. And if you deserve to sleep a few more hours, by all means, sleep a few more hours. You deserve it, apparently. But maybe you owe it to yourself to get up. Maybe you owe it to yourself to get up. To get out of bed, to do the next right thing, do what will really make you feel good for the whole day, and by extension, the week, the month, the year. To learn to wake up at 4:30, really you just have to learn to sit with yourself. Learn to separate comfort from discomfort. Learn what pain is, learn what discomfort is. Learn how to find some joy from all of them. Learn that within pain, there is expectation of a future without it. Learn that from discomfort, you will grow. You will become stronger. Pain causes wounds. Those wounds become scars. Those scars become strength if you treat it right. Discomfort's more pleasant. It's kinder. It's a relativity. It's not a trauma. Pain is a trauma. And trauma is a very, very difficult thing to turn into something positive. It usually takes guidance. But that guidance is guidance to sit with yourself. That guidance is not just telling you how to make this a good thing. Because no one can really tell you how to turn pain into a good thing. It is a complicated beast. You are a complicated machine. And you are really the only one who has the tools to turn that discomfort into something recognizable as something relative to comfort, relative to joy, relative to serenity, peace, happiness, awareness of self, awareness of your surroundings, mindfulness of the world around you, the people and emotions in it. But in order to do that, you have to understand the relativity within yourself. You have to be willing to fail. Failure is uncomfortable, but it's not painful. If you fail, you try again and again and again until it's so uncomfortable. Maybe you just try something else because it's not working, man. It's all right. Chill. It's fine. Get it later. Attempting something over and over and over again is akin to just banging your head against the wall, Skateboarding for me is this microcosm of all the things that make life worth living. I got to the skate park today at around 5:30 or so, 6. I got to the skate park at 6 today. And it was like just getting the light out. It was really, really lovely. And I started my day how I usually do, or I started my session how I usually do. I skate every single morning pretty much, doing stretches, doing this sort of meditative stuff. And I was eyeing this big ramp behind me. You can see it there. It's big. It's a scary looking little thing, big thing. I don't know. And I really wanted to do a front nose blunt with the sun coming up in the background. I thought that'd be very aesthetically pleasing. That'd also feel good, it's a big trick, and I find the scarier the trick and the more effectively I can keep my heart rate down through it, the more effective I am throughout the day. But I've also learned that I don't really get to decide what that trick is. And maybe today there isn't really a specific trick to do. Maybe today it's just rolling around. So I get on the ramp, and what I wanted to do first was just see how much I could do with not very much. Give a little nudge and just pump, 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 pump. It's a way of ordering my thoughts. How much can I do with just a little bit? Can you get all the way to the top of the ramp with just that one little nudge at the beginning? And the answer is you can. You really, really can. But you have to order your thoughts. You have to be comfortable with the discomfort of the burning in your legs, of not making very much progress at first and then exploding upward at some point. You don't really know when it's going to come, but it does eventually. And then feeling it out a little more, I wanted to try that nose blunt. That seemed like it'd be really cool. Like I said, the sunrise, all that stuff. So I got up there and went, shit, this is a big ramp. This is scary. And scary's okay, but you don't have to let it stop you. You really shouldn't let it stop you. Just see what you're actually scared of. What I was scared of in this case was smacking my noggin, because I use it a lot. So threw a helmet on. Fuck it, right? I mean, why not? Put a helmet on, and I still wasn't comfortable. I still did not want to do this front nose blunt. Actually, I haven't done one in years, so it's kind of reasonable to not want to do one on this giant thing. It's 2 heads taller than me. Next thing for me was just popping on this sweet little mini ramp to the right. So it's a really lovely thing, super, super smooth. I love it, beautiful. And just roll around, do the tricks that feel comfortable. For me, doing some long 50-50s, sitting on them, feeling good. And, do some blunt fakies. Those for me are a very comfortable trick. I've done a lot of them. And then, add a trick that I really haven't done in a long time, which is these long 5-0 fakies. I mean, I pivot fakie a lot, but a long 5-0 fakie, just sitting on it. It's a little different. Felt my way through that. A couple times, just had to go in regular, But I ordered my thoughts. Knew what was going to come eventually. And eventually it did. It did one. It felt good. It felt really good. It didn't look very good. It wasn't very smooth, but it felt good. That was enough for that moment. After that, I didn't really know what came next, so I just sat there a while. I sat with myself. Didn't try to think my way through the day. Didn't really try to think my way through the next moment even. Just sat with myself. I figured it'd be nice to sit on a long 50-50. That would feel good. So that's what I did next. It was comfortable. Sat with a little discomfort before, identified what made me feel uncomfortable, and then did the next comfortable thing outside of that, out of that, maybe. And what I wanted to do here, actually, was go all the way around and then pop off the edge there to flat. Thought that would be kind of cool, Get a good clip for TikTok and social media and whatever. That isn't what ended up happening. I tried it several times, over and over again, but back to the idea of banging your head against a wall. Even if it's a comfortable bang, which is a kind of an oxymoron, but this wasn't painful. But it was starting to get a little bit frustrating. And I don't like being frustrated. And it's not really necessary for me to be frustrated, especially when there's no negative outcome that could possibly be derived from just changing what I'm doing. I looked at what wasn't working, and what wasn't working was wax, I thought, so I waxed up my trucks a little bit. And then tried it again and again, a couple more times. It still wasn't happening. It's not the kind of morning for a 40-foot long 50-50 pop off the edge. It's just not that kind of morning for me right now. That's okay. I'll do it someday. It's not particularly difficult, per se. It's all relative, but it's not particularly difficult of a trick, all things relative, and I'll get it one day. I figured after I did get it, I would meditate a while and then record this little narration that I'm doing right now. And then I'd head over to work. Work for me right now is a youth group home. It's kids coming out of foster homes, psychiatric care, that sort of thing. And for them, it's really important that I come there centered. Every moment in empathy, kindness, care, love, and compassion is what I hope to bring to the space every time I show up. And sometimes for me, that means waking up at 4:30. So that's what I did this morning. I woke up at 4:30, and you know what? It was beautiful. It was so comfortable. I woke up, my little kitty was on my chest. It was like nudging my face. I was like, thank you, kitty. Thank you. I needed to wake up right now. Got up, took a shower, and then made it to the skate park at 6 a.m. And it was a beautiful start to the morning. It was great. That came from discipline. That came from mindfulness. That came from self-awareness. It came from self-care. It came from sitting with myself, from learning to be comfortable with discomfort, from learning to find joy in the expectation of future comfort, from ordering my thoughts through skateboarding, through mindfulness, through academia, for God's sake. Mixed feelings on academia, but it's good stuff, broadly. Now I'm just kind of rambling, wandering around the skate park, listening to the birds, and I forgot I was talking into a microphone. But I'm gonna go get in my car, listen to some loud music, probably get the blood pumping a little bit. Pop into the youth group home, say hi to the kids, make some breakfast for them. That'll bring me joy too. It's a beautiful morning.